There are serious allegations of integrity and grave inherent conflict of interest. A number of the selected applicants are members of the executive structures of UDA and ODM and have in the last 3 years been beneficiaries of skilled public appointments by William Ruto and some by Ms. Odinga. We wish to point out the case of Joy Midivo. She has been the chairperson of the UDA Internal Dispute Resolution Committee. It is clear that Ms. MS Midivo is not eligible for consideration for appointment as IEBC committee.
Right. Meanwhile, President William Ruto has commenced a 5-day tour of the Mount Kenya region aimed at inspecting and launching key infrastructure projects and health initiatives. Accompanied by his Deputy President, Kithure Kindiki, local governors and other leaders during the launch of Last Mile Connectivity Project and official opening of rehabilitated schools in Laikipia County, the head of state said his administration was committed to fulfill his promises in the vote-rich region despite heated political temperatures.
And this is big.
Tulikubaliana ya kwamba Laikipia hii imeteseka kwa miaka nyingi kwa mambo ya wizi wa ng'ombe na mambo ya ukosefu wa usalama na wananchi kukosa kuishi kwao kwa sababu ya magaidi na wakora na wale matapeli, watu wanaotuharibia amani. Mimi niliwahakikishia ya kwamba hiyo maneno ya ukosefu wa usalama sehemu hii tutakabiliana nayo na tutahakikisha kwamba mko na amani ya kutosha, watoto wenu wasome na nyinyi mfanye kilimo na maisha isonge mbele.
Shilingi yetu ilikuwa hafifu, sasa imedhibitika. Mambo ya bei ya unga ilikuwa juu, sasa imeteremka chini kidogo. Mambo ya mafuta ya petroli ilikuwa juu, sasa imeteremka kidogo. The president can account for what he has been doing for the last 2 years, and the evidence is there for everyone to see.
Right. And the newly appointed Health Cabinet Secretary, Aden Duale, has vowed to fully implement the Universal Health Coverage UHC initiative while pledging to root out fraudsters hindering the government's efforts to prioritize health for all. In his first address after taking over the health docket, Duale emphasized that he has the full backing of President William Ruto in ensuring the success of the health sector. He also acknowledged the strong foundation laid by his predecessors, that is CSS Susan Nakumicha and Deborah Baraza, in advancing health reforms.
I don't want to mess my life at the tail end of my retirement because of corruption. The men and women working in this building, and I want to make it very clear, they must work in accordance with the Constitution and relevant laws. And they must work for the national interest of the people of Kenya. As far as health care is concerned, if you are in this ministry and you want to work for your personal interest, then today is your last day here. You have to choose between whether you want to work for your personal interest or you want to work for the national interest. The national interest, there are many, but the most fundamental one among the many is universal health care success.
Right. Still on matters leadership and governance, former Budget and Appropriations Committee Chair Ndindi Nyoro has been named the best performing legislator in the 2025 Star Leader Award by Polytrack Africa. Embakasi East Member of Parliament Babu Owino came second as his Mavoko counterpart Patrick Makau scooped position 3. The newly appointed Public Service CS Geoffrey Ruku was also feted as the 4th best MP during his tenure as a Member of Parliament. And the National Devolution Empowerment Party, that is DEP, also known as the BAS Party, has revealed plans to field a candidate in the upcoming Mbeere North constituency Member of Parliament by-election. This comes as the current MP, Geoffrey Ruku, was nominated for the position of Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, Human Capital Development and Special Programs. Speaking in Gangara, Muminji Ward, where he was joined by several Embu MCAs, Leni Kivuti, the DEP party chair and former Embu senator, confirmed that the party is in the process of selecting a candidate.
We as the BAS, and I'm talking as the BAS national chairman, we feel we should participate in those elections and we should offer one of us. However, we would like to consult with all like-minded parties so that we don't divide our people, so that we can end up not only winning the position comfortably, but keeping the people of Mbeere North together.
Na kama BAS party, we feel that we should be part of the leadership that is going to make the decision ya ni nani atachaguliwa. Na tutakaa pamoja kama chama, na pia tuko na nafasi ya wenzetu ama wanachama wengine wote na watu wa Mbeere North ndio tufanye consultation so that we are able kupata the best leader possible.
Right, and to the corridors of justice, the proprietors of a beauty clinic that allegedly caused the death of Lucy Wambui Kamau in a botched operation in Nairobi's Lavington area failed to appear in court earlier today for plea taking after being charged with manslaughter. The accused Robert Maweu Mutula, George Wakari Njoroge, Lillian Edna Wanjiru, Moriri and Omnicare Medical Limited, alias Body by Design Kenya, through their lawyer Dunstan Omari, told the court that they were not served the court summon on time. The court has ordered the accused to appear in court on Wednesday morning for plea taking.
I would ask a very simple question. Which profession has been charged today? It is 3 individuals who are alleged to have committed offenses, and if they do believe that they are innocent, let them attend this temple and sanctify themselves. Because at the end of the day, we like to attach or sack people who are not relevant or have not been subjected to this court to try and get public sympathy. But that's not going to happen this time. Someone has lost their life. Someone is the reason behind that loss of life. And if you do believe that you are innocent, please come and prove to us that you are innocent of whatever it is that you've been charged.
Let's shift gears to matters of food security. And the Kenya Peasants League, a group representing small-scale farmers, is calling on the government to prioritize their rights, emphasizing their crucial role in food security. Speaking during a meeting with the national and regional agricultural committees, the farmers outlined plans to mobilize their peers and raise awareness about their rights. They argue that, as the backbone of the country's food production, their concerns must be addressed. They also voiced opposition to the push for genetically modified foods, or commonly known as GMOs, urging the government to protect and promote indigenous crops that have sustained communities for generations.
There's issue of GMO in Kenya today. We had petitioned the GMO, and still we are for our indigenous seeds, and we want our indigenous seeds and our sound as peasant farmers to be heard with the county government so that we stop the GMO seeds from coming to our country.
But even the aspirants, politicians and government officials who are supporting GMOs, we are going to decampaign them. We are not going to give them time to promote GMO, which is destroying our people's lives, which is causing diseases to our children, which is actually making our farmers spend a lot of money in buying what they cannot sustain in production. Also, these same GMOs, they are still making our farmers not to have food on.
We are going to teach farmers, giving them a space where they should interact, know their rights as peasant farmers, reject the government policies, the seed laws, which the government is implementing in the counties, and yet the peasant farmer is not given a space to participate.
They just want to control the food production in our country to make sure that we are dependent on them and they can control us the way they want.
Kuhusu mchakato ambao tutatumia kama wakulima katika uchaguzi utaokuja, hili tuchukue viongozi ambao wanatuchali sisi kama wakulima wadogo.
And meanwhile, IEBC selection panel Tuesday morning entered its 4th commissioner candidates vetting day in its quest to reconstitute the election body less than 28 months before the 2027 general election. Among those who appeared before this panel this morning include former EIBC Deputy Chief Executive Officer Betty Nyabuto Sungura.
Allowing them to come and, when they're doing simulations of the technology. You may be very well aware that one of the problems that IBC has had consistently has been on procurement of technology itself. There have been a lot of court cases on that issue, and you can go back to 2022. There was so much, litigation around procurement of smartmatics and other companies that were procured by IBC. Are you suggesting that, as part of your realization of Article 10 values on transparency and accountability, you will also involve observers in the procurement processes? Please clarify.
Okay. Thank you so much. On terms of the Universal Declaration on Human Rights, I would say elections, one of the things that people face is violence, especially women and also the youth. I will make sure that we mitigate violence by using a program like, there's a program called Integrated Management of Security with IEBC, by involving other stakeholders, so that under that decree, we eliminate cases of violence against several groups. Another thing that I will do is that I will make sure that there is authorization of the Electoral Campaign Financing Act. One, because when we set limits, we are able to be on the same playing ground.
Some sports news now, and we begin with that is where we wrap up for news now. More news coming your way at 7 p.m. and at 9 p.m. So definitely stick around for that. I'm yours truly, Stanley Nyerinkita. Goodbye.